Last time on Shadow Piece, another tale was told. This one focused on Bronya and Perona. Both of them just wanted to spend a casual day together, but things are never that easy. With an interruption from two sleazy humans, their day basically already came to an end, and the situation would have completely escalated if Anastasius didn't come to stop the citizen of the Holy Province Kingdom. Even though Bronya is in a human girl's body, her strength would have been the same if she was just a giant, which would have resulted in a quick end for the guys trying to pick Perona up. On this day, the two women of the Strawhat Pirates deepened their understanding for each other, and also understood better what inner beauty is all about. It was only a quick lesson from Anastasius, but it was about a topic he has probably the most experience in compared to anyone else in this world. The user of the change fruit, he is painstakingly familiar with all kinds of forms. Gender doesn't matter, even species is of no concern to him. And because he can change his outward appearance to every minute detail, the only thing that does matter is the personality, the inner values, so to say. With the second tale of the Holy Province Kingdom behind us, we have to turn back time to see how the day for the master-student duo Absalom and Sanji went. Sanji's appearance remains that of a green-haired samurai, even though the blonde cook utterly despises how he looks at the moment. On the other hand, there is the Dark Messiah. Perhaps because of his position, Anastasius took extra care of him, or maybe it was just to mess with Sanji even more. His appearance could very well be Absalom if his kingdom never came to ruin. As in the ebb and flow of everyday life, there now exists a figure whose presence commands attention without uttering a single word. Tall and lean, with an air of quiet confidence that seems to radiate from every pore of the body. This individual stands as a beacon of intrigue amidst the ordinary, exactly what is befitting of the person who is in the position of the apostle, and thus the person at the top of this kingdom. His features in this appearance are a study in contrast, sharp angles softened by the gentle curve of lips that often quirk into a knowing smile, eyes the color of sunlit emeralds hold a depth that belies their outward tranquility, hinting at a world of thoughts left unspoken. What these thoughts are is only for the Dark Messiah to know. Even his attire was carefully picked so that it effortlessly melds sophistication with ease. Each movement is deliberate, every gesture executed with a fluid grace that speaks volumes without the need for words. Absalom's gaze, even more noticeable in this body, navigates his surroundings with a calm assurance, observing the world with an acute awareness that seems to miss nothing. Yet beneath the veneer of composure lies a mind as intricate as a labyrinth, its depth plumbed by a few and understood by fewer still. In moments of solitude, the mask slips ever so slightly, revealing glimpses of vulnerability and longing hidden beneath the surface. This individual is a paradox, a study in contrasts, a puzzle waiting to be deciphered by those brave enough to venture beyond the facade. In his presence, one cannot help but be drawn into the enigma that is his presence, forever intrigued by the mystery that lies just beyond reach. However, enough about the form the Dark Messiah has taken, and let us get to how these two warriors, who are surprisingly similar to each other, are spending their day together. Unlike the other members of this group, Sanji insisted on continuing his training. It doesn't matter that he is in a different body, what matters is his brain remembering everything. In fact, Absalom brought up an interesting theory, which led to him also wanting to spend the day working out. His idea was practicing in another body will be beneficial in general because you will get a deeper understanding of the techniques and not just how to move your own body. This made perfect sense for Sanji, as he already had to get familiar with his body changing once, and it resulted in him improving by leaps and bounds. After everything that happened on Elbaf, the child husband understands that he can't rush in by himself, but every day that goes by, he can only imagine what might be happening to his wife. If you can't control it, anger can be the perfect fuel to accelerate your own growth. Many people have experienced it already, and now it is Sanji's turn. The only downside of choosing to train here is that there isn't a lot of space. However, even that negative can be turned into a positive. All the two of them need to do is learn to control their bodies perfectly. In the heart of the cathedral, the air is starting to get thick with the scent of sweat and determination. Two figures stand ready for action. In the position of the master is Absalom, Technically speaking, he has only a bit over 2 years of battle experience, but his talent started to bloom very quickly because of his hard work. And in the position of the student is Sanji. First he was forced to train under Germa, then he learned from Zeph, and only a couple of months ago he still studied under Katakuri. The Dark Messiah could be called Sanji's 4th teacher already. Right now they are facing off against each other to figure out how to improve themselves. Today, just like we did in the past month, Sanji. The Dark Messiah's voice resonates through the religious building, calm yet commanding. We will focus on the most basic of techniques. Sanji nodded, his gaze fixed intently on his mentor. Though he was well versed in a myriad of advanced fighting styles, he understood the importance of mastering the fundamentals, the cornerstones upon which all great warriors built their own craft. With graceful motion, Absalom demonstrated a basic kick. As he mainly fights with his fists, however, it was a bit rough. But Sanji saw things he never thought about before, even in imperfection. Even when an amateur attempts something, a trained person can figure out something that can help them, something that they have never thought about before. Despite the obvious difference in kicking knowledge, Absalom explains what is the essence of every single attack. This kick, or any other form of basic attack, is the foundation upon which all other martial artists built. It is the key to unlocking the full extent of your power. Sanji adjusted kicking motion ever so slightly, his muscles coiling with restrained might, as he unleashed the kick with precision and control. Again and again they practiced each repetition, honing Sanji's technique to razor-sharp perfection. But it was not enough, not for Sanji, especially not to save his beloved wife. Both of them knew that true mastery does not lie in the execution of a single attack, but in the refinement of every aspect of one's being. As the hours passed and the sun dipped below the horizon, the cathedral of the Holy Province Kingdom became a crucible of sweat and mental exhaustion. Every moment, every breath, it was a moment to their dedication, to the pursuit of excellence at any cost. And then, in a moment of clarity, it happened. Sanji felt a shift in himself, his observation haki being used in a way he has never done before, a newfound appreciation for the beauty of simplicity, for the power that may lie dormant within the seemingly mundane. With each repetition, he focused not only on the physical execution of the kick, but on the deeper significance of the act itself. It was a realization that transcended the confines of this holy place, echoing through every aspect of Sanji's life. For in the crucible of the practice, he had learned that true mastery was not merely a matter of physical skill, but of mental fortitude as well. A willingness to embrace the simplicity of life's vast complexities and to find beauty in the smallest of moments. As the training session drew to a close, Sanji stood taller despite the exhaustion. His spirit lifted by the knowledge that even something as simple as a basic kick could hold within it the potential for greatness. And as he bowed to his mentor, a sense of profound gratitude washed over him, a recognition of the invaluable lesson he had learned, not just as a fighter, but as a human being. Sanji reaching this sort of enlightenment obviously was never planned by Absalom, but every word he spoke was carefully chosen. It appears as if his talent for teaching could be even bigger than his talent for fighting. Drenched in sweat, the two sit down in the main room of the cathedral and want to start a casual conversation, but even before they can begin to talk, somebody enters the building. Their gazes fall on two women, the bodies of Bronya and Perona, and the ghost princess immediately pinches her nose and yells, "Ew! Who allowed you to stink up the whole place? Disgusting!" No matter to their relation to Perona or their marital status, hearing a cute girl say these kind of things makes them fall to the ground as if hit by a negative hollow. Ugh. Just make sure this stench is gone before Liv returns. I don't want to destroy her little nose with this sort of smell. And this marks the end of another tale. A story about self-improvement and understanding that everything is important, no matter how simple it may appear. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week we will hear the last tale of the Holy Province Kingdom. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. Pyro, out. Bye!